CR101radio.com, podcasts, and more.
20. The kick me generation. Remember how in the early grades of grammar school some pranksters liked to pin a note on an unsuspecting student which read, "Kick me" or "pinch me"? It was a silly little trick and it never really accomplished much except to leave the victim mildly annoyed or embarrassed. But what shall we say of people who in effect pin a "kick me" sign on themselves? We are surrounded by such people today who are begging for trouble. There are more than a few high school and college students who are asking to be kicked. They are insolent towards their parents, contemptuous of everything their father represents, yet greedy for his money, and they do everything possible to provoke trouble. Their whole life seems to be planned to aggravate other people so that they can then complain about being misunderstood. Then too, we have many Negro leaders who do everything that their imagination can conceive of to be offensive to whites and blacks alike. They invite hatred with a passionate intensity, and they reserve their own most intense hatred for the whites who try to befriend them. They are more than asking, they are begging to be kicked. Then there are men and women who insult, meddle, criticize and complain about everything and everyone. They work at being totally offensive and hateful, and they only complain the louder when they get what they invite. These are some of the citizens of the kick me generation. Solomon said, "There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness." Proverbs 30:12. These people invited the required judgment on themselves in order to be able to complain against judgment. They are in effect saying, "I have the right to do as I please, and no man has a right to judge me." As sinners, they aggravate their sin and make it a means of attacking law and judgment. The kick me generation holds that no man should ever be judged for anything, although none are so prone to judging others as they themselves. By kicking hard at all authority, they hope to take all the power of any kick back out of authority. One young man stated it this way to me, "You win some, you lose some, but it all adds up to change." He lost with his parents, they kicked him out. He won with a judge, and he was acquitted. Because he was both intelligent and talented, he won with his teachers, professors, and friends. He lost finally with the one person who never misses any challenge, God. He flouted every law he could, but the kick in God's law put him into a grave at mid-20. Far more young American men and women of the kick me generation have lost their lives in flaunting law than all the Viet Cong have been able to kill in Vietnam. Playing kick me in grammar school was just a game. Playing kick me with God's law is a fatal business.